What's up, guys? This is Merc from Kurtonos. It's a new year, so I'm coming at you with new Diamond East farming strategies. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about a method for more advanced Diamond East farmers, people who have completed the dungeon maybe, say, 50 times and have really gotten it down to get additional gold per hour out of the run. And it's sort of a hybrid between two different methods. The one where you kill Alzzin and everything else in the room and loot him, and the method where you're using lesser invisibility potions and the reset location to skip Alzzin and everything in the room and just go straight for the nodes. So how does that work? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to kill Alzzin and loot him, and still use the lesser invisibility potion to skip all the trash in the room. Now, I haven't seen anybody do this. I'm not going to say I'm the first person to do it, but I just haven't seen any other videos, so I thought I'd share it with you. So the idea is you're going to try to time it so that Alzzin dies right at your feet, essentially, when you're on the jump spot on this rock over here. And what that's going to let you do is loot him without getting dazed by the imps and without taking a bunch of damage and dying, because everything's in the room is going to be chasing you. The imps are going to be chasing you, the lashers and all these little whip lashers are also going to be chasing you. Some things that you need to do to prepare for this, I would really recommend getting into a group with an alt or with a friend. The whole purpose of that is so you can put on group loot, and so when you right click Alzzin to loot him, it's going to prompt you to roll on the item. Well, you don't have to be standing next to the corpse to roll, and the loot will still go to you. So that's the point, is that you can quickly right click on Alzzin and run away versus having to sit there and, confirm that, yeah, you want this item to bind to you. That takes precious time and it can get you killed. The other requirement, or I guess that wasn't really a requirement, but this is a requirement as far as I'm concerned, is that I'm really recommending that you try this with one or fewer fell lashes. So you can see in this run I've got 2 death lashes, which are the green ones, and 1 pink fell lash, the caster. The reason for this is with 1 fell lash, once the imps break down the wall, everything in the room is going to aggro, and the casters are going to cause you to take a lot of damage. So the more casters you got, the more damage you're going to take. I think you can do it with 2, especially if you're running arcane protection potions to absorb the arcane damage, and possibly even if you just banish one of them. It's going to come with a much higher level of risk, so I'm just going to do it with 1 to show you something that's relatively representative of what you can do. So with that said, I'm going to get into the fight. Allzin's in the right spot. I'm just going to pull him. And I'm going to quick summon a Void Walker here, just in case I take a little bit of extra damage in the beginning of the fight. I'm running this as raid spec SM Ruin. You can see that. And I'll show my gear possibly at the end of the run. Let me get up here. He ran back to the spot. I'm going to wait for him to run back out to the center before I pull him. I'll just go show you my gear right now. This is what I'm running. Pretty decent gear. You don't need to have crazy gear to do this, especially if you're running SMDS or anything with demonic sacrifice, really, as that's going to give you incredible sustain. Really important item to have is Heart of Noxion. Comes off the 2nd boss in Mara, and it'll help you remove the Enervate debuff, which is the mana drain, which is one of the nastier debuffs that you get while fighting Alzzin. So I'm gonna pull him, and I'm gonna try to time it so that my Curse of Doom, my last Curse of Doom, will tick and kill him right at my feet, so I can loot him, and that's gonna allow me to loot all of his items that are on him, and it gives me a chance at 4s. So, and I would say on average the amount of gold in terms of the item value that comes from Alzzin is going to be around, I don't know, at least 6 or 7 gold probably at least 5 gold. We'll say that. So if that's 5 gold per run, and you're getting 5 runs per hour, that's an extra 25 gold per hour if you could do this every run. You're not going to be able to do it every run because you're not always going to get the right RNG with the lashers, but it does definitely add to your gold per hour. And like I said, you have a chance at 4s, which is still selling okay. So just getting some damage on this guy. Next one, I got a crit, so I'm going to do another. And I'm going to go for one more Shadow Bolt. And after this, so the imps are going to come out pretty soon. After this round of dots, I'm going to go for the Doom. So I'm just trying to avoid damage here. Gather everything up. He's in his caster form, so I got to watch out for the debuffs. Trying to keep the Alzzin and the lasher at max range. Oh, might take one here. Nope. You know what? I'm going to do one more round of dots just to be 100% certain. So I'm going to sack my Voidwalker here because I'm taking a little bit of damage. Do one more round of dots just so I know that he's going to die on my next Curse of Doom. I don't have to worry about it. You're just going to kind of have to get a feel for when that is. Okay, so Curse of Doom's going up next. So I could have banished the lasher and be taking a lot less damage here. This is adding a little bit of time to the run. Could be optimizing that a little bit. Like I didn't have Curse of Doom up there for a second. I'm just tanking the lasher shots, the arcane lasher shots. I'm not really all that worried about it. It's really not enough damage to kill me. I need to get more damage on the boss though, so this next round I'm gonna let him come towards me right here because I know he's about to. I just need to make sure that he's low enough so that I can get him in the right time. Alright, I'm gonna banish the lasher. He may get he got a debuff on me, which is okay. I got 17 seconds on the Curse of Doom. He shifted forms. I'm letting the imps get me. Okay, 7 seconds. I'm gonna get him towards me. So he's dying at my feet. Alright, so there he goes. Now you gotta loot. And I'm pulling everything back towards me. Okay? And I'm gonna face tank the imps, take a shot, and run to the reset location. And this is where you spam your invis pot and hope that the combat drops. If it doesn't, you can always bandage up and run back to the rock and jump back up on the ledge and try again. So I got it off, and looks like I dropped combat successfully. Gonna run up to the nodes. So that's it, guys. So that's how you get an extra 4 or 5 gold per run. I got kind of bad RNG with the items, but that was 4 gold. It's worth the extra minute or so that it takes to down Alzzin. You already got him at 40%. Might as well just kill him. So I'm gonna wrap up the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment, like, subscribe. This is Murked, signing off.